Hey guys, Tilikum Corvette here. I figured I would do a video. I know I haven't done one in a while. Really haven't been keeping up too much with this channel. But part of the reason is I've done this video now at least 6 to 7 times. And between having troubles with uploading and just changes in the car, I decided that, every time I do it, I want to wait and make another video. So, where we left off last time, if you remember, is I found another tuner, and I'm going to try to make this as brief as possible just to give you guys some updates. Maybe some of you guys out there can help me if you've had a similar experience, but I can tell you the original problem is still there. Before I go into too much detail, if you remember, the car was fluctuating at AFR readings, and it still to this day continues to do that after I've made a handful of changes. So going into that, the last tuner, like I said, wasn't really helpful. Really well-known tuner, and if it was a LS anything else that I had, he probably would do great, but something like this I think is way out of his realm. And then I moved on to a tuner here that's closer, local, literally right down the street, thinking that, oh well, if we throw it on dyno, maybe that would be more helpful. Unfortunately, he as well was running into problems, wasn't able to make any changes, and I had some other issues just with the shop and how they did some things. I'm still planning on taking the car back there, but for what it cost me, I don't want to continue to do that. I don't have time and money to spend without zero results. So where are we at now? If you remember before, the car was having air-fuel ratio fluctuations going all the way from 11 all the way up to like 18. And so I continue to still to this day have that same issue. But what has changed is I changed the TPS sensor and IAC, and those seem to make a noticeable difference. The IAC especially with starting and all that, though I say that now, my car still seems to feel like it has trouble starting. And so I guess where am I at today? Still having the AFR issues, like I said. The TPS and IAC, the counts are good on that. I adjusted the TPS sensor for 55 volts and kind of got both those things on par with each other. But even then, I was just spending time today trying to adjust the IAC and didn't seem to make any difference. So to make a long story short, the car is obviously not done. With going back to the tuner, we went that route. He couldn't make any changes in the tune. We thought that maybe it was the PCM again from Torquehead. Sent it back to Torquehead. They did their various tests on it. They even uploaded their test mule files to my PCM and ran on their car fine. So, less likely that it's the PCM. But seems to be like I'm running out of options here. Like I said, changed the IC, TPS since I got the PCM back. Still didn't really make a big difference. It made enough difference to make the car drivable, but the fluctuations in the AFR is something that to this day is uncontrollable. Where am I at now? I'm looking at changing or going to do a smoke test. I did a minor, just really cheesy, non-professional smoke test. Didn't see anything leaking, but I think the next step to this is to get a proper smoke machine and just kind of test this car, see if there's any leaks whatsoever. After that, probably going to look at replacing the sensors again underneath the car, the O2 sensors, and seeing if any of that has any effect. And then after that, I really don't know. I'm trying to find out and test as many things before I take it back for the tune. And I'll be real frank, if I have to take it back to this tuner again and nothing happens, I'm probably going to be looking at options of possibly getting rid of Tilikum here, or just parking it somewhere and letting it basically sit other than where it is now. So I really don't want to do that. I really don't want the car to sit. I want to enjoy this car. I've had this car for now 6 years. 3 of the years have been rebuilding and doing all this stuff, and really it all came down to the tune from where we're at. And now that I've upgraded the car thinking that it was going to be something simple, as usual, I probably shouldn't have thought that. Nothing with these cars is simple, unless you're doing like an LS swap and you're going to throw an LS computer in. But doing any kind of modifications is not simple. So anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you can help me in any way. Like I said, the AFR is the problem. I cannot keep it steady. Actually, I take that back. Since I've changed the IAC and all that, it actually comes back. It doesn't rev radically like it did before. It stays at about 14, which is good. But unfortunately, it still goes into this phase where the RPMs aren't even changing, but the AFR readings are. And I can smell the fuel. I can know when it's rich. I can know when it's lean. And you can tell the car is just, it runs like crap, basically. It has low power. It has all these different things. So if you think you might have an answer to this or be able to help, let me know, and I'd really much appreciate it. Other than that, stand by. I'm going to try to make some more videos here, but obviously I only want to make videos when I'm having progress and showing you guys something. So anyways, other than that, stay tuned. I hope you guys have a great Easter holiday, and yeah, I'll keep you guys in touch when I get some more information. Thanks.